Hello modelers, and welcome to build video number 3 on my Giant Stinger from Carolina Custom Kits. Now as you can see, I have the plans laid out for both the horizontal and vertical tail surfaces ready to go. So one of the interesting things about this kit is that the tail surfaces are made up by two surfaces of 3/16 inch balsa, like this. So there are two 3/16 inch thick versions of each part. Now originally, I was going to glue all of the individual pieces together and then assemble the tail surfaces. But what I've decided to try instead is build two full 3/16 inch surfaces and then glue them together once they're fully assembled. That way you only have to line up and glue together the surfaces once instead of 10 individual parts. So I'm going to try that out with the vertical fin, and if it goes well, I'll do that for the rest of the tail surfaces. Okay, the fin is done, and I gotta say the idea of building the two 3/16 inch sides and then gluing them together was a good one, because everything turned out really nice. Everything is perfectly even, it's light and strong. I'm really happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and build the rest of the tail surfaces using that same method. Okay, so I just finished the elevator halves right here, and these were the last two pieces for the tail group that needed to be done. So that means the build part of this kit is finished. So now we move on to finishing and prepping for sanding, which means I'm going to spend the next week or so sanding and sanding and sanding until the entire plane is as smooth as silk. So I just finished sanding the right wing half. Before I move on to the left wing half, I want to show you guys something. Now typically one of the more difficult parts of finishing a wing is doing the leading edge. And what you usually do is take a bar sander like this and just slowly shape it little by little until it's right. That takes forever. So what I decided to do was actually make a jig out of wood like I did for the ailerons. And I was complaining to my dad about that and he said, well, why don't you just 3D print one? So that's what I did. Took the plans, scanned them into my computer, took that into FreeCAD, and designed this. Check this out. So this sander is shaped exactly to the plans, and all I did was put self-adhesive sandpaper in the very front, only for the leading edge. And what's great about this is because it's sized exactly to the wing, it stops when it gets to the right part. So you just sand until it doesn't sand anymore, and go down the entire length of the wing, and you end up with a perfectly shaped leading edge in no time. So I'm gonna get going on that. Okay, I've sanded the entire airframe and I just attached the horizontal stabilizer and vertical fin to the fuselage. So the last thing I need to do before we can get to covering is to shape and attach these filler blocks that go right here and here to smooth the transition from the fuselage to the tail surfaces. So I'm going to get going on that, and I'll see you guys in the next video when we start covering this beast.